DJI O4 is here now, finally, guys, and it's a race to see what kind of things you can fit this into, as no one has any frames released out yet that can take it. I had the Pavo 20 Pro that Beta FPV sent me several months ago, and I never made a review of it because I was waiting for the O4, and I shoehorned it in here. It was a little tricky to fit, but we'll show you on the bench some of the details. I do have a few zip ties on here, but it flies great. Yvonne actually already put his first O4 Pro into a plane. So we were thinking you're going to be the first to design O4 mounting system.
That's it. Yeah.
Ta-da! And you did.
This is official SpeedyBee DJI O4 mount for any plane. It comes with any SpeedyBee flight controller you order, just like that. See, antennas are perfectly 90 degrees from each other.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's adjustable camera angle.
The engineering
and
into it is
and it also aerodynamic. You see?
Oh, look at that little
Yeah,
flap right there. Oh.
and it got USB-C plug
Man.
to your flight controller.
If you're not aware, they now have on the Pro a 1 1/3 inch sensor, which is going to give you the highest level of camera quality.
Looks clear.
You're going to be able to get DJI's log M footage. That means it's going to be able to color grade very nicely. In fact, it's going to be very similar to the footage I'm getting right now on the DJI Pocket 3 for only $229. Then they have the option of the O4 Air Unit regular, or Lite, like some of us are calling. This thing is only 9.5 grams and it only costs $109. And you get pretty much all of the same transmission options available to you. The main difference is going to be it's a much smaller camera with a much smaller sensor. So your image quality is not going to be quite as good. From what we're seeing, it's a half a step down from the O3, but for a fraction of the price. Ultimately, extremely lightweight, extremely cheap, and extremely affordable options for HD FPV. So they're actually giving you two totally different offerings this generation. They're both going to work super well with the DJI O Goggles 3, the DJI Goggles 2, and the N3 options, as well as the Integra.
The O4 Air Unit Pro. This is the big boy. It is the replacement for the DJI O3. And what do we notice about this? It is a little bit thinner than the O3, but it is also a little bit wider. So if you have mounts like this Pavo 20 Pro right here, where it just sort of sits in there, you can see it's a little bit too wide. So I was able to get the front two screw holes and the back two I just had to hold on with zip ties, but it's in there fairly snug. Like if I give it a little push, it'll wiggle around, but it's gonna stay in there. Now the camera is much larger due to that 1 1/3 inch sensor. Here we can compare it next to an O3. Now they are the same 20mm width, so if you have any craft that has a mount like that, it may fit inside. What do you notice right away? That the holes are no longer in the sensor. That is actually very annoying. They're in the top and the bottom. So this particular Pavo 20 Pro has a hole very close to the bottom right there, so I was able to squeeze that sucker in there. But what do you notice? This camera sticks out a bit, so the camera protection that is meant to be built in no longer works. So if I were to hit this camera straight, it's gonna hit something. But guess what? Like this other model by Emax, you have a little bit of exposed camera, but not as much. One of the biggest things you're gonna notice is, in addition to the improvements on the OcuSync 4 system, in addition to the resolution, to the bit rates, to all of the things that are gonna affect image quality, the one that's gonna affect it the most is the increase in sensor size. Now look, you can just tell by the size of the lens. Look at the O3 compared to the O4. That much larger lens is gonna mean that you're gonna be getting way more data. That should be able to give you the increased benefits of low light. That should be able to give you the increased color rendition. That is part of the reason why we can now use DJI's D-Log M, which is going to give you a flat color profile, which is going to color grade very nicely. Although it does have two antennas, this is going to two smaller little antennas, so you're going to have to mount it more like that, unless you have several of these DJI O3 mounts. Now the O3 is a single antenna, but it's much larger. It's up to you whether what's going to fit well for your build. Luckily, I have a few of these O3 antennas squirreled away, and I just may use some of those for some projects coming up. The other nice thing is that it uses the exact same cable as the O3. So if you have any builds like this one that's meant for an O3, all you have to do is plug it in. I had no soldering to do. It took me like 2 minutes to install this. The other thing that's going to be nice for a lot of builds is it has built-in threaded M2 screw holes for 20 by 20 in the center and 25 by 25 whoop mounting on the outside. So if you had a freestyle frame that had a flat plate at the back, you could just simply screw it in place and you'll be ready to go. Now the other thing that we have is the DJI Air Unit. Now, I wish they would have named this the Air Unit Lite. That's what we're going to call it on here. And guess what, guys? We have this installed on a tiny trainer. Now, I had the plans to install this on a tiny trainer, and I was thinking to myself, no one is going to do this before me. I'll be the first one, and it's going to be awesome, and everyone's going to view my video. But guess what? Bardwell actually beat me to it. Oh, he got the whole shot.
This is a tiny trainer.
You know it should have been me.
I was actually waiting for 533 to design a mount for this. Here is an HD0 version of this. Here is the DJI O4 Lite. But Bartle just used double-sided tape, so that's what I've done here. Now, I'm not going to actually compete or race with this, but just for getting some flights and checking out the footage, that's going to be nice. Now, what do you tell compared to the HD0 system? This DJI version actually weighs less and costs significantly less. This video system on HD0 costs $170. This video system on DJI costs $109, and the DJI version is lighter. Now, partially is because of this little dipole antenna that they're using for DJI, but it's still essentially going to be lighter. And check out that little camera in there. You do have the option of running this little holder that has holes in there. I do like that on the O4, the camera cable comes out at a little 90-degree angle like this. It makes it a little bit easier to fit in builds like this. 22 or 23 gigs of storage on board. I actually like that storage solution better than this one that only has 4 gigabytes of storage and has the SD card slot. This one has no SD card slot, but it has much larger onboard storage for cheaper. That's pretty crazy. This video is primarily going to be about footage from the O4 Pro, but stay tuned because we're going to have a head-to-head video comparing the O3 to this new O4 Lites to HD0 to the O4 and decide which is going to be better. For me, if weight is not an issue, if size is not an issue, of course, everyone's going to want to go with the Pro. But for any of these smaller builds, I could not get image quality this good prior to this on a craft of this size that is very low noise, that is not going to bother anybody, that's only 100 something grams. And now you can, and you don't have to carry like a little Insta360 camera on board. Overall technology, range, and things like that, the O4 is probably going to win in some of these categories. Now keep in mind, the O4 Lite only goes up to 700 milliwatts, while the O4 Pro goes up to 1200 milliwatts. So pure range wise, due to that power output and due to the dual antenna nature of this versus the single one here, you're gonna have better range on the O4 Pro. But of course that makes sense because it costs more than double the price of this. This one, image quality based on the sensor size, based on a lot of other things, you're gonna have that pure technology upgrade of the resolution and all that things on the O4 versus the O3. But because the sensor is so much better on here, the image quality is gonna go something like O4 Lite, O3 in the middle, O4 Pro at the very high end. All of those, of course, are going to be better than something like Walksnail, which is very close to DJI V1. Walksnail essentially was a bootleg of like the Caddx Vista system, and they did some tweaking and improving of that image a little bit, but it's still limited to that generation of technology, whereas this is generation 2 on the O3, and these are generation 3.
The O4's only been out for 2 days, but something as crazy as designing a special mount to mount it to your aircraft is not going to stop Lamone. All he needs is a cardboard box and some glue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, the link for this special mounting system is going to be in the description below.
Only on the Johnny 5 Patreon. Yeah, so Johnny 5 found the setting where low power mode is off. So we were able to fly, but we don't know how to start recording.
What the heck?
And now I am going through
I wonder if there's a record button on the actual unit itself. What do you think of O4 picture?
It's nice.
What's it look like now? Looks clear.
Although I think most of the improvements I can see in the picture is the goggles. Because these goggles has such a nicer screen. And I still fly with the V2 goggles, the old one, and they don't have these nice screens.
See, once you get the footage, because technically what's recorded should be higher quality than
Yeah,
what you see.
and I'm excited that it's slightly better at night, although we haven't tried it yet.
What are you going to put it into? First one was the plane. What's number 2?
The next one will be Penguin and then Open Racer.
So quad is third.
Yeah, Quad is third. No, Quad probably will be second. Yeah, Quad will be second. Because I got like already 4 people asking me for canopy for O4.
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
heck?
And I'm like, hey, here's my Patreon.
True. Guys, if you want it faster,
Yeah.
just sign up for the $500 a month Patreon level.
Yeah, that's it. Only $500 a month
Then,
from each person. That's it. Yeah.
then he'll make it only for you and release it for no one else for 1 extra month.
Yeah.